Okay, so this is a nursing school update. I am currently in my second week of the semester, of my final semester. Give you guys a little bit of background on how the semester goes, or how the program goes. So the program that I am in is the practical nursing program, or the licensed practical nursing program, or the LPN program, which is a year program. The program is broken down into 3 semesters. We have 101, we have 102, and we have 103. And then we have 185. But even it is 3 semesters, but 103 is different from how 101 and 101. And 102, we had lecture, lab, and we had clinicals. And that's kind of how that was structured. Now that we are in 103, which is the last semester of the program, it's broken down into 103, but it also has a second part, which is 185. How this semester goes is we have lecture, we have lab, we have clinical, and we have role transition. And it's kind of confusing to me because it's just different from what I'm used to. In 103, we basically have, and then with it being the whole COVID-19 thing, is just super extra. We have lecture Mondays and Wednesdays. There's 2 different sections. There's a morning section and then there's an afternoon section. And the only reason why they did that is because of the whole coronavirus that's happening. So they had to split us up because I would say it's about 40 or 50 of us in the program. So they had to split us up. So they chose our schedules and we just got what we got. And lucky me, I got the 2 to 5 section. Like, I don't even know why they even made that a section, because that's like, you can't even work a first shift job or a second shift job because you just like in the middle of there. That's the section that I have. I have the 2 to 5 section, Monday, Wednesday, and then I have my lab is Tuesdays, but it's 12 to 1. But some Tuesdays we have a 2 to 5 lab as well. So labs kind of just vary on a Tuesday. And then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday are the clinical days. So we have 12.5-hour clinicals. They chose our clinical for us, chose our site, chose our instructor. I have the Thursday clinical. So I basically have class Monday through Thursday. So clinical is 7 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. And then the semester, like the first half of this semester, 103, is 10 weeks. So we have 10 weeks to do all of our exams, all of our like capstone ATI. We use ATI as the nursing program that we use to like get us prepared for the state exam. So we have 10 weeks to do that, to do all of those. Our exams are weekly. Last week was the first week of the semester, and we had a math competency test, which you get 2 attempts to pass the test. You can only miss 1 question. So we had that test, and then we had a maternity vocabulary test, over 20 vocabulary words for the maternity section. And then we had an ATI predictor test that was 150 questions, and it predicts our likelihood of passing the state board. So it was a practice test. It was a little dry run, it was the first week class. Be coming off of a whole semester out of school, because we would have been and graduated at this point, but with the virus they canceled our last semester and pushed it back. So we all just came off of the quarantine, chilling, getting pregnant, eating and stuff. So nobody really was studying. So we all was a little like, rusty with the test. Not to mention that the test was 150 questions. Like, I think that just threw everybody for a loop because none of us was expecting that. So we had that. But we have those predictor tests that we'll take every week throughout this 10-week semester to get us ready for state boards. So once we finish the 10 weeks, we have to pass our exam. We really can't fail any exams. I think we have like room to fail one exam, maybe, but I know maternity and cardiac are the two biggest exams that the previous class told us was the hardest. So we have to pass 103 in order for us to go into role transition. And then role transition is basically we're assigned a preceptor and we just follow them for 120 hours of their work schedule. We follow them, we shadow, we, I guess, are transitioning into the role of being an actual nurse in a healthcare setting. So we do that for 120 hours. So depending on your preceptor's work schedule, that's what you will work. So if my preceptor works all 12-hour shifts, then I have all 12-hour shifts. I'm not really sure if we could pick the days, like just knock it out and just do it straight through to get those 120 hours, or if we can like kind of pick a schedule. I'm not sure how that goes. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, but this is just an overview of how the semester goes. So even though we'll be in role transition and we'll be doing those 120 hours with the preceptor, we still will have a TI capstone. So we still will be in Zoom meetings, Zoom lectures and stuff, doing practice tests, predictor tests, proctor tests, and stuff like that. This semester, they say it goes really fast, and because it's so much to do, it goes really fast. So it's like really important that we stay like on top of everything as we go. And so we're in the second week. Our first week they canceled clinicals because nobody was prepared as far as vaccines, and we had to get a COVID test because the different clinical sites are requiring us to have COVID tests at least 2 times while we're there. So we just really weren't prepared for that. We were all expected to have been and graduated, so nobody really stayed up to date with that paperwork. So because everybody was scatterbrained, they went ahead and canceled clinical the first week, and so clinical will start this week. So I will see what that's like, see what clinical is like before I'm like trying to record stuff while I'm there. I want to see what it's like, and that's the rundown of the practical nursing program at Cincinnati State. And I'm not the only pregnant girl, so I was lucky. But yeah, that's really the update that I have. I don't have anything else to say. That was just the update. I know somebody was asking about when the nursing videos was gonna come, so this is the first nursing video. I'll come back with another update in a few weeks so you guys can see what's going on. I'll see you next time.